Transparency, I guess, is the essence of good governance, and good governance says that you've got all of your stakeholders, your shareholders, your members in your sights, and that you're providing them with open, honest communication. So for me, transparency is just fundamental. Not-for-profits depend on their members, their volunteers, their contributors, and it becomes really important to make sure that when I, as a contributor to a not-for-profit, can look at their annual report, their website, and I can feel confident that what I'm giving the money for, it's being used for. And if things didn't quite go according to plan, the people are honest about it didn't go quite according to plan. But this is what we intend to do about it, or this is what we learned. And it's, again, that openness, that transparency.
Look, I think transparency is crucial to the public trust and the credibility of not-for-profit organisations and of social enterprises. Transparency is crucial to the private sector. It's crucial to the way government does its business, but it's equally important to the not-for-profit sector, I think. It is a way of being able to say, this is how we sustain ourselves, this is our narrative, this is how we raise our money, and most important, this is how we use it in the best way to try and get social impact and community benefit. The more transparent, the more open that not-for-profit organisations can be, the greater, in my view, will be the level of support for their efforts.
Well, the ICAA is the preeminent accounting body, and if the accountants and the accounting profession don't care about it, then not much is going to change. So we take great pride in saying that we need to be a leader, particularly for the not-for-profits, in just demonstrating good accounting and transparency practice. So it's why we've released a not-for-profit guide. It's why we get involved with the Transparency Awards. It's a way of helping that not-for-profit community become better at what they do.
Because we both share, from our different perspectives, an understanding of the importance of transparent reporting, transparent accounting, as an absolutely vital part of what not-for-profit organisations do. It is something that we are so much in alignment with as important to the future of social enterprises and not-for-profit organisations.
A number of roles. We're part of the judging panel, and that's always interesting for our technical people to go through the annual reports, have a look at how the quality is changing, whether or not there's been any impact from the previous year's awards, whether or not our not-for-profit guides for financial reporting are having any impact on the standard of reporting.
Well, we are obviously involved in helping to promote the awards, helping to undertake the difficult task of trying to rank the significant number of not-for-profit organisations that now participate. And then in particular, the Centre for Social Impact has a key role in education. And through our executive programs, we work with PricewaterhouseCoopers to make sure that we are able to teach good financial management practice for not-for-profit organisations.
The more that get involved, the more they pay attention to the transparency of their annual reports and the content, and that's really good. I think that's what we're building, because their quality, because of the rigour around the judging process, because of the sort of final presentation ceremony and the people that come along to support it, I think says it's just going to continue to grow. And I think the big challenge for us in the coming years is how do we get to the smaller not-for-profits?
I think the Transparency Awards have an intrinsic merit. They now have credibility, they've been undertaken for a number of years, and they have started to convey the message of the importance of transparent reporting. But in a real sense, I see this as the potential beginning of even greater ambitions. The public needs, social investors' needs, governments need to be able to look at what the sector does and how well it does it. So we need to be able to build up, in effect, a third sector knowledge hub.
The very good ones are really good, but there's a large number that just haven't quite got it yet. And that's, I guess, the big challenge for us. Any not-for-profit has a greater obligation to be transparent, to be open, because it's not shareholders we're talking about, it's people giving their money for a particular charitable purpose. And I think that imposes a much higher burden on directors of not-for-profits to ensure that they are saying it as it is.
The relationship that not-for-profit organisations have built with the corporate sector seems to have been sustained in spite of the global financial crisis. And I think that's because corporates increasingly are seeing this as a long-term social investment. Now, crucial to that long-term social investment, of course, is the fact that the organisations with whom they partner are able to show that they are using their financial resources and their human resources to the very best effect.